Hey everybody, it's Aaron Scott. You know, there's a lot of similarities between the housing market and the car market. If you like to follow economic trends like I do, it's important to look at multiple facets of our economy versus just reading on one industry. Often when you're reading about one industry like housing, you're getting a little bit of a spin, you're getting a comparison quarter to quarter, you're not getting a broader picture of how all markets are affected by the money supply, the cost of money, the broader economy in general. So General Motors and Ford just reported last week, and there's a little bit of an uptick because they've done a little better this year. But overall, their sales are down 15 and 20% since 2015. So there's a long-term downtrend in the amount of cars that they're selling. And if you're following headlines in the auto industry, you'll see that all the major auto manufacturers are going through some sort of struggle. Nissan is actually folding under Honda in a fashion, being bought out by Honda. And Stellantis, Chrysler Jeep, is having a horrible time. Their sales continue to plummet. And there's one thing that ties this together with housing. The Chrysler Jeep, for example, has pushed their sales incredibly up market, meaning that rather than building more affordable vehicles, they've relied on getting profits from selling extremely expensive high-end products. Grand Wagoneer, for example. And you can see the same similarity with builders, home builders. Home builders make all their money on McMansions. We all have one in our neighborhood. They push to the high-end buyer because the builders and the car companies can't make enough profit from smaller, affordable products. A lot of this has to do with inflation, the cost of labor, the cost of materials. But at the end of the day, they've relied on that high-end client. Well, guess what? When the interest rates went from 2-3% to 6-7%, it's radically changed the cost for these financed items for consumers. And that means that everything is going to sell less. It's squeezing that high-end consumer that's no longer getting the big loan. Everyone's not driving a $100,000 truck. Everyone's not buying a McMansion. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes forward. But the reality is that squeeze on the cost of money is hurting multiple industries, not just housing. Following this can be very helpful in understanding where the housing market is headed.